Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Brahma Miristraparan Prakare Vanushashi Bhumisita Buddhasha Gurusha Shukra Shani Rahu Keteva Sarve Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Om Hrim Buddhaya Namah. Om Gurave Namaha. And greetings and welcome to another episode of Cosmic Kev 100. This is your weekly astro video zine where we take the planets, the signs, the houses, and the orchestration they create in relationship to your rising sign, moon sign, or sun sign, if that's all you know. And I encourage you to subscribe to this show. And like it, share it. Comment. Love hearing from you. So I want to say hi to Nicole, hi to Sean, and hi to John and Colleen, because they were the last people that commented. And, you know, once in a while I'll hear from Wordsley or some other people, Pisces Gal, all these different folks. Okay. So this is from the 10th of December through the 17th, 16th, really, of December. So this is the last week where the sun is actually going to be traveling through the constellation of Scorpio. So this is, which is different than the seasonal Sagittarius sun that we'd say we're in, but this is like the actual constellation. It's going to move, and then on the 16th it will enter into the constellation of Sagittarius, and that really lightens people's spirits to some extent. And it goes in the Mula Nakshatra though, so there's kind of some like deep intensity with it. And you know, because that's a K2 ruled Nakshatra lunar mansion, it really implies that, you know, those 13 days or so between the 16th through like the 29th of December, just focusing on your spiritual principles and intentions as we go through the end of the year. And so right now for Wednesday, the moon is in the Magha Nakshatra, and so Magha is about our heritage, our ancestry. Its symbol is the throne room. It is also ruled by Ketu, but you know, the sun is still in the Jyeshta part of Scorpio in the sky right now, so it wouldn't really give that kind of depth like the next, like when we have the new moon. The new moon will be in Mula, and so will the sun, and so on the 20th, and that's where we're going to see a lot of spiritual depth, right there, right before winter solstice. So look forward to that. Anyhow, we so right now we're in a waning moon period. The moon is shrinking. We're kind of letting go of things that have happened in the last week since the full moon several days ago, and we're letting ourselves kind of decompress into this holiday season. So thinking about people with birthdays this week, want to give a shout out to Holly. Holly's having a birthday. Mm-hmm. Holly is turning 45, I believe, on the 13th of December, if I'm not mistaken. And my friend Casey at work is has a birthday. I think she's also, she's a couple years older, but she's having a birthday on the 14th. And John Travaris back in Texas, he's turning 66 on the 14th. Mm-hmm. And Alec Binion is, I think he's turning 46 on the 15th. So there's my birthdays. I think Amalia on the 16th is having a birthday. So yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So happy birthday, everybody having birthdays this week. And if you feel left out, it's okay. Barbara Manning, who's no longer in Chico, but Barbara, give her a shout on the 12th, having a birthday.
Barbara.
Cactus Claude on the 12th, also having a birthday. So Claude Jeffries, he is 3/4 of a century. Yeah. And on the 12th. Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of these people. So we're going to go sign by sign, starting with you, Aries. So, Sagittarius is your ninth house. This is like a good time of year for you. Most everything's good. I mean, Moon is in Virgo. That's your midheaven. That would be, well, it's actually your sixth house. So it's your work environment. So, whatever conflicts arise due to work or whatever things you do health-wise to yourself, you're kind of adjusting to that. But Sagittarius time overall is a good, fortunate time for you. And you do still have this Neptune, Saturn, North Node, all in the 12th house. So there is a sense of loss, and there is sort of this sense of foreboding. I mean, over here in the northern Sacramento Valley, we've had this incredible fog that used to be more common 30, 35 years ago, but it's not as common lately since the climate seems to have warmed up and stuff. But oh yeah, it's just like 40 degrees all day long, and it's just bone chilling because of the moisture. So greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. So what we've got here is Venus, Mars, and Sun, and Mercury, all in your eighth house. So there's a lot of things where you're not in control of, and so and there's a big variety of Tauruses. Some are controlling. I mean, they're not as controlling necessarily as Leos, but they've got their, they like, it's a fixed sign. They want things to be a certain way, and so eighth house is transformation and other people's property, other people's money, mystical things, spiritual stuff. Could be sex, death, other people's birth, other people's property, but that's basically your wife's money or your husband's money, all wrapped up in the eighth house right now. Uranus, if you're a later born Taurus, there's a little bit of like this unpredictable element happening, and you're going to have to deal with that as it goes. Okay. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, Mercury now in Sagittarius, and Mars is there, but Mars is actually on Sunday night. It's going to move into Capricorn, which is an exalted Mars, so that'll keep things really interesting. Mercury, though, and Sun in your seventh house, you should be able to negotiate. Venus is there. Love should be good. Moon in Virgo, well, that's your fourth house. So, taking care of the home front for Wednesday through early Friday, it's probably a good idea. Now we go, speaking of home front, welcome Cancer to your horoscope. So Jupiter, of course, in Cancer is an exalted Jupiter, so things should be going good. There's something uplifting to find, and it's interesting, I think a lot of people are doing a lot of deep spiritual exploring at this time, and people that kind of ignored, godly principles or codes or ethics because they're just living for themselves, so to speak, or reconsidering that decision, and that that maybe the soul is eternal, and that what affects us today might carry us into all eternity. So ripples, like a pebble, ripples in the water. Sagittarius time, you kind of have to watch your health more. Mars moving into your seventh house, well, it could make you a better negotiator during a dispute. And it could also mean you're looking for new employment. and you might get it. And even hard lessons, spiritual lessons, things that seem shady are sort of blessed for you. Like you're going to get the most out of things that may seem uncomfortable. It's really like God is blessing you, and you just have to let go of your fear or uncomfortableness, because I could see something good happening for Cancer. And so, hello, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, I mean, Sagittarius time is your flourishing time because you're in your heart. You're usually around children if you have children and you love that, and any kind of creative expression you want to do for the holidays. You get this other opportunity. Hanukkah starts on Sunday night. So, even if you're Goyim, you could just jump right in, get yourself a menorah, a dreidel, some gelt, start playing some serious games, make yourself some potato pancakes fried in oil. And
Light the menorah from right to left. Is that it, honey?
I think so.
Left to right, like right to
I
left.
think it is left to right. Light the menorah from left to right. I believe.
There you go.
We're quoting a U-Log song, which is a former Chico band that really only performed during the holidays from like Thanksgiving to New Year's, and but they got busy. They got real busy. And then one of the members decided to call it quits, and
waiting for them to come back.
Yeah, we're waiting for a reunion, a magical Yule Logs reunion.
Come on, Jake.
Come on, yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, and so Leo, I think this is a happy time, a generous time, overall a good time. I mean, not everything's in your control. There is some sense of loss and death and sadness and things like that. But I think overall you're going to have a lot of fun and be on top of your game. Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, Sagittarius time, it's the fourth house. It's more introspective. It's like, I don't want to stay home. It's cold outside. It's dark. It's getting darker. It's like impending gloom, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. If you're in Australia or New Zealand watching this is just the total opposite. You guys are just gaining light, and it's just like happy times, and Chile and Argentina, South Africa. Well, maybe South Africa, but that's the places where it's warming up. So I mean, your history, your ancestry, what's going on there. Wednesday, Thursday are pretty good days for you because of the moon being in Virgo, so I think that'll make things go good. And you're working on partnership issues and trying to stay healthy. Pluto in the sixth house. And you have a lot of friends and social events to attend to. Just stacking. Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. And hope you're doing well today. Sagittarius time rules your third house. Third house is the neighbors, the neighborhood. And it's, so you're looking at Christmas lights, decorations, getting involved in your environment. It's also like writing Christmas cards, communication, letters, working with your hands, and all those things of preparation. It's also a time where you can become more creative and do your creative works and put them out there. And so, and be in touch with your siblings and working with your hands, communication arts, all of that is big for you right now. Well, hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, with Mercury and the Sun, and I guess now Venus in the second house, a lot of financial issues. Sagittarius is about the finances. Can I afford this? What is this all going to entail in order for me to make it work? That's and it's also family stuff. You're thinking about your parents or children, siblings, all of that, where they're at in your mix, because that's part of the value thing of the second house. Sometimes it's dental work. I would say, some of the harder things in life, you're learning to, make an effort, but also pray, and you're not sure what it is. There might be some issues involving your children you're concerned with, and you have to look at those. Uranus in the 7th house. I mean, it's about to go into the 8th. So, it's a time of overcoming. And Jupiter's in a great placement for Scorpio because it's in the 9th house in Cancer. It's exalted. The moon over Wednesday and Thursday, it's fortunate. It advocates for social time for you. Okay. Now here we are, Sagittarius. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. And happy birthday. I gave all those birthday shouts out. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be somebody else coming out. Hey, it was my birthday too. Yeah. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And then there's all these people. I don't believe in birthdays. I'm just ageless, timeless person. We don't do that to each other because we're so awesome. So yeah, anyhow, happy birthday. And it is a time where you should be like kind of coming out of your shell more. You're the flavor of the month, so to speak. What do you got? You got about a week and a half left of your reign of the sky of the Sagittarius season. So you might as well go out with a bang. All right. And you're going to lose Mars to Capricorn this week. And so, speaking of Capricorn, here we go. Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so Sagittarius time is 12th house. 12th house, house of loss, house of dreams, house of where you need to sleep, of your karma. It could be a death to things. And it's like a time to make donation, help other people, do good karma, isolate yourself, go to visit a monastery or some kind of spiritual place to pray. It's kind of hard here in the northern hemisphere where you have to go to some southern place like Arizona or Florida or Southern California and go camping and find a wilderness to be in. And
or go skiing.
Huh?
Go cross country skiing.
Yeah. If you're on the East Coast watching this, I mean, I hear the snow's been good. You guys have been getting it, and it's been nice. For those who like winter sports, people have to travel in it. It gets a little difficult, but no. Mars is moving into your first house this week. So this coming week. So on Monday morning when you wake up, Mars is going to be in your first house. Mars in Capricorn is exalted. This is a good Mars. You got an exalted Jupiter, exalted Mars. I really think like both of those planets too becoming exalted. It's going to like help a lot of men where they've had difficulties in their life. Like their best qualities are going to come out, and move forward. So, but not just for Capricorns, but for probably everybody. But yeah, Capricorn, you just kind of have to lay low. Next week's horoscope, it'll be about the beginning of you and the light returning and all those wonderful things of I use. But pay attention to your spiritual life because you can really, have some good talks with God at this time. All right, so greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So you've got Pluto in the first house. And that's sort of like you're going through some kind of transformation thing right now. And it's changing the way you look at things. And the moon will be in your 8th house, so for the next couple days, so looking at the mysteries of life, what's your mystical connection to life. And most of the planets are in the 11th house, so you're wanting to socialize and enjoy other people right now, and that's perfect for you. And then, with Mars going into Capricorn, it's more like, well, you may need to watch your back. There might, watch out for the bad guys. Okay, so greetings, Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope. So Pisces is key phrases, I believe. And Sagittarius is a Jupiter ruled sign, so is Pisces. Yeah, I know all about the Neptune stuff. Don't get me on a tangent here. And so this is where your best talents and skills meet the public, and you're able to show your worth and show what you do well. And right now is a good time for Pisces to show those good things. Even though, there's that tension square between Sagittarius and Pisces. I know of like a power couple that are kind of those signs. I won't out them, but they're cool people dealing with the squares, even in years, as well as their sun signs. So just keep your spiritual light shining. Know that it's going to take hard work, and not all that glitters is gold. You have to test to see whether it's a mirage or an oasis. And with that said, I love you all, appreciate you all. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, thank you for sharing, thank you for commenting. I can't wait to be back with you again. Om Shanti 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 Om.